Markets can be really, really tough, especially with trees, because something that's really popular right now, you might go and plant it, and 5 years from now, when your trees are producing, you might find that the market is not as hot. Plus, everyone else planted that crop 5 years ago. So you almost have to be a little far-ranging in your thinking, not necessarily looking at what's popular right now, but looking at what will grow well in your area, what you know tastes pretty good, and going ahead and trying to grow that in the hopes that a market might show up. But only plant a small amount. Don't plant like a solid acre of like kusa, okay? Just a little corner of the area so that as your kusa develops and you start to share it with people, then when you find other people are really enjoying that, then it's like, ha, I've got a market. Because you can plant more kusa as your market grows. So be aware of the variety of fruits that might grow in your place and nuts, and don't be afraid to try new things. Just don't do a huge quantity of it. Well, one of the things that we didn't foresee, it would be like with aronia crops. When we first planted aronia berries, we were really hopeful about them because they're easy to grow, they're very productive, and we knew that Americans were actually consuming a lot of aronia berry juice in the United States, and it was being imported. So we're like, all right, perfect crop. But it turned out a lot of other people were also planting aronia berry, and the juice market was actually very difficult to get into because you had to have your berries at a certain level of Brix or sweetness, and the people who are making the juice want to buy tons of these berries all at the same Brix level. So you had to have like a third party who would combine the juice and get it to it was complicated. So that ended up not being an easy market to get into. On a good note, when we were first growing chestnuts, we had trouble marketing small and medium-sized chestnuts. But we tapped into the market of people from Western Bosnia who had immigrated to the United States like 10, 20 years ago. And it turned out they loved medium-sized chestnuts. And once they found that we were growing those size chestnuts, they flocked to our co-op at the time to buy thousands of pounds of medium-sized chestnuts and small chestnuts. So that was a happy revelation. I would say the other revelation is how many people, young people, really want to try and pick pawpaws, because it turned out that having a U-pick for pawpaws was the best way to market them, because pawpaws don't have a very long shelf life. But if you have a customer who's going out to your forest, picking the right pawpaws and taking them home, it's a win-win situation.